I had everything I needed to upgrade our blast furnace. Or so I thought. Welcome to Newbie Plays GTNH, our blind playthrough of the hardest mod pack ever made. I hope you got some snacks and are ready to relax. Let's get to the video. Well, I hope we have enough aluminum for today. Over 200 aluminum, guys. I had to gather so much terracotta. I mean, if we look over here at this mountain, all of these dark gray spots are terracotta sections. We mined out our entire one over here earlier in the series, and in preparation for today, I mined out all of this right here, most of this right here. So yeah, we've gathered a lot of stuff. Also, something super helpful that you all taught me, thank you very much by the way, is if you hover over these, they don't tell you much until you hold shift. And notice it gives us a count. 141 equals 2 stacks and 13. I no longer need to pull up an outside calculator on the web. I can just hold shift and it tells me what I need. So we need 2 stacks and 13 plates. We'll get those off processing. You might be wondering why we need all that aluminum, and it's for 20 machine holes, mostly. A lot of that is going towards some turbines. We need 8 more, because today we're going to be upgrading our EBF. Not only to Kanthal, which is the second tier up, but we're also going to get 2 of them, man. 2 EBFs, that's the goal. I did craft a new controller block, and it gave us this trophy. The date on here isn't accurate. That's alright. We also need to get some stuff like cobalt brass, which is just some cobalt, tin, and brass. And we need to process that to make, one, we need a diamond saw blade, because we need an advanced cutting machine. This is the MV version. Along with that, we need the advanced precision laser engraver. And that is needed to upgrade our dynamo hatches to the MV tier. And these will hopefully help us overclock our EBFs to hit high voltage. However, the big lift for today is Kanthal. And we needed some aluminum for it. We need some iron, but the big thing is chrome. And chrome, from what I've found, right now we get it from ruby dust, centrifuge ingot. And then we have to go through the whole coolant process, making hot ingots, cooling it down into Kanthal ingots. The other big thing we need to figure out is we need to find a mica vein so that we can make these mica insulated foils to make our coils. So 2 big things that might be a little hard to get. The rest of this is really just processing. I wonder how much chrome I actually have. We did centrifuge some ruby when we made our EBF the first time. And we have 10. Do we have ruby? Oh, we have a stack of ruby. Nice. Do we have any other ruby anywhere? We already have some ruby dust. It looks like that's it. If you're curious how I found those things, we can double click the search bar and it'll filter for just the search. And with these hollow glasses, it will highlight in the chest just by looking at them. Also, you can press T over an item and it'll find it in your storage, which is pretty cool. Let's process this ruby and fingers crossed we get some chrome. We could really use it. Okay, my biggest worry today is mica. There's only one vein that has mica in it, and it's a secondary ore, which means it's on the lower level of the vein. It is thankfully in the overworld. The thing is, I don't have mica to use our ore finder. I wonder if we have any of these items to use in our ore finder. I don't have cassiterite. I have cassiterite sand, so I don't think that'll work. Maybe tin would work? That could be an option. Well, with that stack of ruby, we got 13 chrome. That's not too bad. That means we have 23 of 35. We're going to have to gather some more ruby. Hey, this is our first time using a lot of our polyethylene. Hold shift and it says we need 40 cells worth. We have 745 buckets worth in here, man. This is a cheaper recipe in our assembler if we use polyethylene. Pretty sweet. Put the polyethylene in there and doesn't need a special circuit. So we'll get those crafted. Whoa, it's pretty fast. That's pretty good. Now, I really want to get going on this hot Kanthal because it needs to be put in the EBF. And we need 104 of them, and they take 45 seconds. So let's go get some ruby. We need 35 of them, so maybe a stack and a half should be enough. We'll see. Well, how about it? We got just over 2 stacks. Why not go big in GTNH, right? And we have a full backpack. Look at all these goodies. Let's go see if we can get enough chrome. Okay, now we need to find some mica. We do have tin, which is made from cassiterite. Let's pull this out and put the tin in. Let's go see what we can find. Okay, I was looking through the different veins here, and I was wondering, I'm a little worried tin isn't going to work for cassiterite. There is this tin ore vein, which should work to find cassiterite. Let's say tin doesn't work for this. If it does work for this, we can grab some cassiterite ore, and then ore find to find maybe a mica vein. That's the hope anyway. Let's keep looking. Tin wasn't working, so I'm hoping we can find another chalcopyrite vein and get some cassiterite ore. Well, I haven't found anything yet, but I wanted to check on... Oh, we got 30 chrome from that. Wow. Let's go ahead and make our Kanthal. That way we can run our EBF while we're looking for mica. Oh no. We need to get HV. That's interesting. We're going to have to build our dynamo hatches and our advanced gas turbine first. We need some more oil, so we're going to have to move our whole oil setup because we need to make lubricant to make these hatches. And there we go, we're getting oil again. It's drilling on down. I grabbed this tall spout. I know I wasn't supposed to, but you know, we can always upgrade this to MV if we need to. There we go, now we're making lubricant. Let's put these 2 machines right here. Cutting machine there and engraver there. These wafers are interesting. Let me show you the quests. So we need to make silicon, which we can get from redstone, so that's fairly straightforward. But then we need to make it into solar grade silicon, which needs to be processed with tetrachloride or trichlorosilane, which if we electrolyze rock salt, we can get chlorine. That's pretty easy. Either way, it looks like we're going to need chlorine, so we need to get some rock salt. Thankfully, there's a rock salt vein close to our base, and it looks like we need 36, which really means we only need 9, because it quadruples. Well, I was wrong. After calculating how much of this solar grade silicon we need 48 rock salt to equal 192. There's our theme park ride over there. Looks like one of those giant swings, doesn't it? Yeah, I have an idea for this silicon. We can electrolyze 28 lazurite to get 6 of these. And we need 32. We just so happen to have a ton of lazurite. And geez, I wish I would have seen this earlier. Lazurite can be made straight into aluminum dust. Granted, we can't make that into aluminum until we get our Kanthal coils. There's our silicon getting made. Guys, I just walked around the corner and Greg has built himself a shrine. Hold on. There's some signs on the wall here. Looks like he says, my followers' names will magically appear here. And my greatest supporters get a monument. Their Minecraft heads put up in my shrine. It seems the more channel members he gets, the more power he gains. And the bigger and more ridiculous this shrine is going to get. So if you want your name on the wall, or your head on a spike, pedestal, Greg is accepting new followers, and honestly, I'm too afraid of him to say no. He also demanded something else. He told me to grab 8 fish and craft them like this. What is that? A wall? Oh, is that the GTNH logo? Look how this thing looks, man. Oh my gosh. Let's put it right here. There you go, Greg. I hope that appeases you, man. Okay, hydrochloric acid. We need a lot of hydrogen. Turns out we got these large steel fluid cells, which will hold all the hydrogen we need, which is pretty cool. Whoa, they fill up so much faster too. Look at that. Okay, we put hydrogen in the bottom left and chlorine cells in the top left with circuit 1. Okay, now to make the trichlorosilane. Trichlorosilane? That sounds a little cooler. Okay, now to make the silicon, the solar grade silicon. This is just hydrogen and our trichlorosilane. And we have our silicon solar grade. Now we can make this buell, monocrystalline silicon buell, in our EBF. It's going to take a while, 450 seconds. And it's off. And we definitely need to automate this. This is slow and painful to take cells back and forth between these. Greg's power is growing. He has a new supporter, Devo. Greg's first and newest supporter. Greg thanks you. Guys, we just got some insane pulls from our MV loot bag. We just got an MV centrifuge and a digger's backpack. Okay, the digger's backpack isn't as big as our other backpack, but still, I think that's going to be useful. I don't think we need our MV centrifuge right now, so we'll put it away. And here it is. We got our buell. We can now take it to our cutting machine. There's our first wafers. So Mica is giving me a run for my money, man. And to even get the MV dynamo hatches, we need to find an exquisite emerald. So I wanted to make a prospector scanner to help us find Mica. The MV version needs a flawless emerald. I thought to help us kill 2 birds with 1 stone here, we would go and look for a beryllium vein, which includes emerald ore. And hopefully we get a flawless and an exquisite emerald. Now the beryllium vein can only be found in the nether, at least for what we have access to right now. I think we can use an emerald with our ore finder wand and hopefully find the vein. Whoa! These guys are attacking me! What the heck? It's poisoning me. This ain't good. I don't know what was up with that guy. Okay, let's look for emerald. Oh! Our wand. It's not making any sound, but... Oh, there it is. Found 2 new veins. Oh, we have a beryllium vein right here. And it has emerald in it. Oh, that worked out. We're going to have to take care of this guy down here, though. I don't know what that was. Okay, the piglins seem okay right now. Let's go ahead and dig down right here. Okay, I'm not getting anything out of this normal emerald ore, but I did get a few flawed emeralds out of the small ore. It did say the small ore drops these gemstones. I did find a way to get this exquisite emerald without, and it's by using purified emerald ore in the sifter. And we can get purified emerald ore by crushing emerald ore and then washing it. We have a 3% chance to get an exquisite emerald and a 12% for a flawless emerald. And I think with the 2 stacks we have, we should have enough to sift and get both the gems that we need. Expensive and rare materials. But that's kind of the fun of exploring, you know? Let's go home and make a sifter and see if we can get any of these gems. Hey, wish us luck, I guess. Let's see what we can get out of this stack of purified emerald ore. Let's go ahead and see what we got in our sifter. Oh, we got the flawless emerald. That means we can make our scanner and go looking for mica. We still need the exquisite emerald. The scanner needs the sensor, and then we can make the scanner. Okay, when I hover over this, it says right-click on rock for prospecting the current chunk, or right-click bedrock for prospecting fluids. Chance of a successful scan is 40%. Let's try it right here. Oh, okay. So we found an apatite vein. Okay, if I press F9, we can get these chunk corners. I'm a little curious if it'll scan a wider range at a corner instead of in the center. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, we got a lot more samples there. Looks like those were all things near here. We scanned like all of this huge square here, it looks like. Okay, let's try it right here. Okay, no mica there. And it says I need to hit stone, so just been putting cobble down. No mica there. But see how it gets all of these ores when I do like the like a corner here? We found one, guys, right here in this corner. Wow. That's pretty close to our base. Just a short stroll up north. I'm happy with that. Okay, the center of the chunk is right here. I'm gonna put a torch on the top here. Hopefully this doesn't freeze over. That new scanner was amazing, man. That saved me a ton of time, I think. It was worth the investment. We found the rarest vein in the overworld. That was a huge blessing, man. I need to double check this. Okay, kyanite is on the primary layers, so the first 4 layers of the vein. Mica is on the secondary, so the last 4 layers. So we need to go a little deeper here. We don't need a ton of mica, but I'm going to go ahead and grab a bit. We'll see what we end up with here. That was fast. We got just over 4 stacks in this tiny area. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to head home. That way we can get this mica processed. Okay, let's also check our emerald here. Ooh, we have 3. We have 3 exquisite emeralds. Nice. Hey, how do we make this emerald lens? Oh, in the lathe. I actually made one earlier because I saw we needed it. It's just 1 exquisite emerald. 2 minutes to process that. And from what I'm seeing in the laser engraver, our lens does not get destroyed. See this NC? That means not consumed. So hopefully this is a one and done craft. Let's go ahead and make this mica insulator foil. And I just realized we need a forming press. We better make that. All right, now we can make our mica insulator foil. Guess we can multitask here. These things are a little bit slow. So let's grab our emerald lens. And let's make our wafer. So this is made in the laser engraver. And that's super easy. The hardest part was getting that lens, man. Okay, now we need to cut the wafer into ultra low power ICs. So we're gonna send both of those in there. Looks like we need 8 of them. All right, our mica insulator foil is done, and our ultra low power ICs are done. So we can now make our MV dynamo hatch. Let's make all 4 of them. Oh, that's a relief, man. We'll put 2 in here and take the other 2 with us so that we can upgrade our EBF. This will no longer be fed with steam. I think I want the energy hatches moved over to here, because we're going to be wall sharing and I don't want the hatches to be shared. And these aren't turning green, so I think we have to replace everything with our MV versions. Well, I was an idiot. Oh man. So I searched up energy hatch when I was planning this build, and the first thing that comes up I thought was an energy hatch, but it's a dynamo hatch. So I made dynamo hatches instead of energy hatches, and my EBF wasn't building, and that's why we need to switch these for energy hatches. Well, don't make the same mistake I did. That sucked, man. I spent like an hour rebuilding and trying to get this thing working, and it just turned out I made the wrong hatches. So let's put these in here and hope it turns green. There we go, that looks much better. Okay, now we need to connect power to it. That should do it. Turbines are running. I think we're ready to make some Kanthal. We have lots of oxygen in the back. In fact, I got it automated a little bit. Let's go ahead and put our Kanthal in here and see how it works. Whoa. It started immediately. We're making hot Kanthal, baby. This means this is our first HV craft. Pretty cool. Well, guys, our new system of sending items from back here up to here is amazing. We got all of the ingots. We actually got an extra one. Oh, these are burning me. Let's put them in the backpack. Let's go cool these down and get our Kanthal coils going. To cool them down, we have to put them in this MV chemical bath. So we'll throw them in here. This is going to take a while. 60 seconds per ingot. Holy moly. I guess while that's doing its thing, we can prepare our second EBF. We'll grab everything out of here. Okay, the second one's controller block will go here, and its maintenance hatch here. So we're just mirroring what we have. We're going to have to make some more duct tape, it looks like. This is the recipe we're going to have to do. I don't know if we can make raw carbon mesh. How do we make this? So we can use an autoclave with carbon dust and polyethylene. It just so happens our polyethylene line over here has a byproduct of carbon. Okay, the energy hatches need to go here and here, so they're not wall shared. This is a wall shared block here, so we need to be careful there. And there's power. Input hatch will go in the middle, and then the rest will be the coils and the muffler hatch. The muffler hatch needs to go here. Okay, and that's the shell of our EBF. Now we just need our Kanthal coils, and we're golden. I just finished processing all of our Kanthal wires. We can now make our Kanthal coils. I melted the molten copper nickel, so now all we have to do is make our coils in our MV assembler. We'll take out the polyethylene and put the copper nickel in, and then put our mica and Kanthal in there, and switch it to circuit 3. There's our coils, and that's the last of our crafting. Guys, I was an idiot. Who in the right mind thinks 13 Kanthal coils is enough for 2 of these? It's not even enough for 1. Well, that's okay. You know, oh man, I don't know what math I was doing, but I need to double the Kanthal coils. We need 26, not 13. So, back to hours of crafting. Alright, Kanthal, we got you now. Let's come out here and build our tier 2 EBF. We can finally remove these old coils. There it is, our double Kanthal EBF. This one has a bunch of problems. We'll duct tape it up. Should we do a test run? Okay, let's go test this out. We're going to make stainless steel. We should see both of these start up. Oh, dang it. Why'd that power fail? Oh, you know what? It would help if we attached the pipes to these turbines too. Okay. We should be okay now. Let's try again. There we go. That looks a lot better. It took some time, but our EBF is finally upgraded. Of course, GTNH always has one more thing waiting at the finish line. Looking at you, Kanthal Coils. Thank you for joining me on today's adventure. I had a great time hanging out with you all. I'll see you on the next one.